Hi, family detectives. Welcome to the end of week one of the summer family history adventure. And today's video is going to look a little different. Rather than three separate mission videos this week, I wanted to bring everything together in one longer session. Now, you saw mission one earlier in the week, so hopefully that got you started. But I wanted to sort of summarize everything today and bring in a couple more missions to cover off week one. So let's start where we began. So in mission one, we built the foundations of your family tree using the most valuable source you have, your own memory, yourself, your parents, your grandparents, as far back as you could go, gaps and all. And that's your starting point, your edge pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. From there, the next step is always the same. Start gathering evidence. Now, this is what I'd call becoming a family detective. Every family already owns clues. There might be old photographs, there might be a birth or marriage certificate somewhere, a family Bible, letters, diaries, maybe a military medal. It might not be in your own family, it might be with a cousin, an auntie, a great aunt, great uncle. But nothing needs to be perfect or complete. Even one photo can tell you who someone married, where they lived, or roughly when, just from the details in it. It can also place someone at a point in time. Now, my grandfather, we didn't know who he was, but we had a photo that told us he was at my great aunt's wedding, my great aunt uncle's wedding. My grandma was there as well. And we also knew this wedding took place on the same day as my grandma's best friend's wedding. And from that, we contacted her descendants and found that this man was in the same photo, in their photo as well. So he was at both weddings. We also knew he was Australian, and we knew that my grandma's best friend had married an Australian. And from that was how we started to trace my granddad. So a photo, even a photo where people go, I don't know who this man is. The people in Australia who we got hold of for the second wedding did not know who this man was. But we knew he was not fighting in the Second World War at that time, and that he was definitely in Walsall in the UK at that time, and he was likely to be friends with the husband here. So you never know what clues a photo can give you. So this is also a point where I'd encourage you to start talking to relatives, not a formal interview, just a conversation. Ask what they remember. Ask if there's anything tucked away in a drawer. You'll be surprised how much comes up when you simply ask the question. Once you've gathered a few of those clues, you're ready for the next step, meeting an ancestor in history for the first time. Now, this is where census records, birth records, and marriage records come in. These records fit together like puzzle pieces. A census might show you who someone lived with, their occupation, their age, where they were born. A birth or marriage record can confirm a name, a date, or open the door to the next generation back. So, your mission, if you haven't already, is this: find 5 family clues and 1 historical record for someone in your tree. Even confirming a single date or address counts as a real discovery. Now, you might want to do that using websites like FamilySearch, where you can go in and for free, you can type in your ancestors' names, anything you know. You could go to the library where they've got access to Ancestry and Findmypast. I've got a video about that up here. I've got a video about free records as well. So both of those things are things that you could go away and do. But I genuinely love to hear from you. What's the oldest photograph you found? Or what's the most interesting little snippet of information you've discovered? And what was your first exciting discovery from a record? Reply to this or share it in the comments. I read every single one. Now, looking ahead, next week we move into week 2, following the clues. We'll be exploring census night in more detail, life's biggest moments through birth, marriage, and death records, and some of the fascinating jobs our ancestors did. Week 2 is really where things start to open up. And thank you for sticking with me through this first week. Every small discovery matters, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. See you in week 2. Happy researching.